This episode is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Zach Miller Agency. If you're looking for an insurance agent with a personal touch, someone willing to have the real conversations about what's important to you, assistance with submitting claims, and offering quality coverage options, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Zach Miller Agency may be the place for you. Whether you need home, auto, farm, commercial, life, or health insurance, we're here for you. Check us out at agentzachmiller.com. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agriculture Insurance Company.
My next guest has been here before. He has had great success on TikTok and owns Wisper Skate Shop in the Raid Room here in Norfolk. Bryce, thanks for making time to be here today.
Thank you guys for having me.
No problem. I'm Zach Miller with my co-host Vance.
Thanks for coming on again.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And we are touching base with Bryce Schmitz today. Welcome back to the show.
Heck yeah, I'm excited for this.
Good. I know your first time you were a little nervous.
Yeah.
But it was one of our better episodes. A lot of people talked about that one.
God, yeah. I tried to watch it back, and I got maybe just a minute in. I was like, man, I can't do this.
Can't listen to yourself. That's why he knows I can't stand listening to myself.
Yeah.
I have to go back and listen to him, so I have to listen to my shitty-ass voice.
Right. Yeah, you're probably sick of hearing yourself.
A little bit, actually, nowadays. It's
I get frustrated, actually, when I come across Reels or Facebook, TikToks or whatever. It's like,
right.
I've always got this sound. I'm like, God dang it. I'm okay, whatever. Like, here we go.
Yeah, it's do you ever get that? Like, do you watch back your TikToks and stuff?
Dude, when I have to edit a video, I'll probably watch it like 30 times. And by the end of it, I'm like, I don't even want to post this.
I would get that way too, because I used to manually edit ours.
Right.
And have to watch back the whole episode and cut the clips down. And it's like, man, I don't even want to post these anymore.
Right. Yep.
So having that AI now kind of makes it real easy.
Yeah.
So you've kind of had a pretty busy 2024 coming into 2025, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of different things you have going on. One of the things, how's the skate shop going?
It's going good. Man, I really need to get somebody hired. I have one guy, which he does awesome.
Because you're still on by yourself?
Pretty much. Okay. The one guy that I have, he's from like the Hands of Heartland. They do like they help people out to get jobs and whatever. But he does freaking awesome. But he's only there like 2 days a week.
Gotcha.
So I really need to get a couple guys in there because I've known it for a while, but I've finally realized like I'm never gonna get anywhere if I just continue to try to do everything myself. And I've always set a standard like, okay, I'll hire somebody when I'm fully I can't do anymore. Because I always think, oh, I could do more. But I'm to the point where it's like, no, like if we really want to grow, I gotta get somebody in there that can help take some of the load.
Well, that way it allows you to do other things.
Right.
Like that you can't really pay somebody to do, or you save more money by yourself doing it as opposed to paying somebody else to do certain things.
Yeah, 100%. That's so the guy that I got my house from, he's in real estate and he does a lot of business. He's been in it for like 30 years. But he said something that really hit me, just about like getting your head out of the books. Like you got to focus, like work on the business, not in the business.
Yeah.
So if you really want to grow and so I'm finally at that point where it's like, all right, I need to find somebody.
That's the dilemma that I'm in the insurance side is the market's so crazy right now that it's hard for me not to be working in the business.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's I got to do both things, and it's been a tough thing. And then the podcast, same way, we're still fairly new. So Vance and I, we do everything ourselves for it.
Right.
So it's not like we can't not work in the, we can't just have somebody make the show up for us and then we just come in and talk.
Right.
So I get that. It's definitely a tough balance to have.
Yeah.
For that. I don't know how to ask this question. Are you doing well enough that you can hire people?
Yeah, I'm finally to the point, which like...
Because payroll is a pretty big expenditure.
Yeah. Like I had one guy full-time for a while, but that's when I was working at AWG. And it was kind of hard. Like having him there, it was like, man, I'm literally working at a factory.
To pay him
to run my business when like I could have just pulled myself out, which eventually that happened, but yeah, we're finally to a point where we can get it, be steady on it. But payroll definitely adds up. And we just got through we're getting through the worst month of retail. Like right after Christmas, it just dies down so much. But then like taxes come back, and then after that, it boosted up. But
do you get a really big boost? Did you get a big boost for Valentine's Day?
Well, God, we did for the Rage Room,
Because you did like a special.
Yep. Instead of smashing just the regular items, we'll fill all the glass
hit
items
each other.
up. Yo, that's what it is. It's the domestic special.
So they got to hit what? Sorry.
So like all the cups and vases and everything, we'll fill that up with paint.
Oh.
And then we'll put canvases on the wall. So when they smash it, it splatters on the canvas.
Oh,
and
nice.
then take the canvas home. We did it last year, and it was really a really good turnout. And this year it turned out good too.
That's a really cool idea to do the canvas thing. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
And you did that last year too?
Yep.
Wow.
It's super fun, but man, it is a mess.
I'm sure.
It's a freaking mess. Last year, I didn't put tarps down out in the store.
Oh no.
So people were just walking. I got like little shoe covers, like the hospital freaking.
Yeah. But
whatever.
the paint probably soaked through them.
Oh yeah, and the glass just ripped them apart. So there was paint tracks from the end of the store to the start of the store.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you done some remodeling in there since the last time we talked to you? I think you kind of moved some things around, haven't you?
No. So that was one thing that we talked about was doing like a party room in the back. But I'm not going to do that. I wanted to, but man, we just get so much stuff from, like printers and laptops and TVs and just so much glassware too. It's like, if
you need
we
that
did,
storage.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to, we would just be screwing ourselves if we did the party room. But like we got something else. I shouldn't even mention, I don't want to mention it yet. I just want to get a little bit further. But we have something in the works that it'll be coming soon, and it'll be freaking awesome.
Good.
I'm excited for it.
You always get crazy ideas.
Yeah, tries, yeah.
Any more on the skate shop? Have you gotten any new items or anything you want to tell the people kind of about the skate shop at all?
Gosh, not really. Just same old. Just continuing to push. We did just get cologne. Never carried cologne. I don't know why. There's always something where it's like, I'll start doing something and it's like, why the hell was I not doing this freaking 4 years ago or 5 years ago?
Nobody, is it what kind of cologne you carrying?
We just, whatever our website had, like our distributor, it's nothing crazy. No like big name brand colognes. It's all like $25, like $25 colognes.
That's not too bad. That's about the sweet spot for.
Yeah. So
some
it's
stuff.
just like up and coming brands, I would say, but.
Because there's not too many places that sell cologne in town anymore.
Right.
Walmart sells a few
Target,
things.
that's about
Bath
it.
and Body has like a line of it. They're still out there, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They sell it. And other than that,
Bath and Body's got male cologne.
I used to use it all the time.
I've been in there like once or twice, and it was at Christmas
But
time.
there's definitely.
I bought Christmas presents.
I'll have to
and I
come.
was like, what am I supposed to get?
I'll have to come check out the cologne though. I'm a very picky cologne user.
Right.
I've used the same one since I was 16.
Which one do you use?
Aqua de Joe.
Shoot, I'm not
the
familiar.
original. It's I don't know. It's just got a unique smell, and it lingers for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the ones that you lose like halfway through the day.
Right.
So
Yeah, there's a couple that we do carry that are there's a couple that are too strong, and then there's a couple that are a little bit faint. But I literally just ordered these, so I ordered them just to test them out, and they have a ton of other ones. But yeah, there's a couple. I used to use it was called Blue Seduction. So Walmart carried it forever, and then they quit carrying it, and I haven't been able to get it since.
oh no,
But
can't find it online anywhere.
you can. I just haven't took the time to order.
Maybe that'll be a
it.
TikTok shop thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. You're carrying that though. You were carrying like stickers too for a while.
Yeah.
Or something. Just unique stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the stickers and like the skateboard, it just goes like hand in hand with the skateboards. Cause like we got, I don't know, sometimes people get like blank decks or even on their regular decks, they'll sticker bomb it and kind of customize it a little bit. But
Kind of like the race car style. Like,
Yeah.
is that, that's kind of the theory behind people doing that on their skateboards.
yeah, pretty much the same.
Show
Does
your
it-
personality type stuff.
Yeah.
Does it affect your like using the board at all? Having like a whole plaster stickers on the bottom of that?
No, I mean, if you're doing like board slides or whatever, the stickers will rip off eventually.
Yeah.
But
But it's not like slicker or not as slick or anything like that.
no, I wouldn't say so.
Doesn't affect it. That's good.
Yeah.
I always wondered that when I saw stickers all over the boards. Like this, in my mind, I was thinking that would almost like it would like catch a little bit.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot too. So
It didn't cross my mind. I don't know. I'm not big on the skate culture, I guess I could say. Other than I used to wear DC shoes. That's about
I
it.
have a lot of
Right.
friends. Like Jim skated,
Yeah.
and Nick skates still.
Yeah,
to
we
this
talked
day,
about
Nick
that.
Wildman.
Yeah.
I knew quite a few people that skated. It was pretty
For sure,
popular.
Nick had a lot to do with like the skate park and
Yeah,
stuff
he
like
did.
that. So, which we talked about on the podcast, on his
Mhm.
podcast.
Yeah, he definitely did. But I feel like when I was in high school, there was a lot. It was popular.
Right.
It was right when kind of Jackass was
Yeah.
big, and they had all the
Oh,
shows
Bam
on
and Tony
Bam
and-
yep.
Yeah.
I know.
So-
That was such a good era. I feel like that's what really got so many skaters. Like right now, we literally don't have anything that's like pushing the culture. You got a few good skate channels on YouTube, which like there's where the eyes are now. But
There's a skater in Congress now.
is there really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Trying to think of his name. He's from like West Virginia or Virginia or somewhere over there. He's
Oh,
been on
wow.
Tim Pool's show a lot.
You don't
A
remember
few
his name
times.
though?
Huh?
You don't
I
remember
can't
his-
remember his name. I can figure it out.
Older? Like
No,
retired
he's like
skater?
my age. No, not like a professional skater, but like
Oh.
somebody that
Oh, he just
does a lot of skate. Like somebody
Right.
that you would, kind of like you would be a skater, in my opinion, like part of
Yeah.
the culture type of thing.
Right. Right.
Like he's big on the culture type of
my
thing. and
mind
he's
went to
made it
like an
Congress.
ex-pro skater.
right.
No.
right. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I did not know that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. But go ahead and keep going.
So let's talk about the Rage Room a little bit. I know we already kind of did, but tell us a little bit more, or tell the people a little bit more about that too.
Man, the Rager. I was just thinking this today. It's so crazy to me that like we literally started the Rage Room just to fill up space.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like this like I don't know. It wasn't some master plan. It was just like, man, we are so empty. Like we got to fill this place up. So yeah, it's just crazy that it started as like, let's just fill up space, and how much it has, like how much traction it has gained. I mean, we still get guys from 2 hours away. Like just the other day, we had a dad and a son come down from Omaha, which Omaha has rage rooms, but he said that they're closed or whatever the reason was. But yeah, they drove freaking 2 hours
Wow.
to come do the rage room down here. Like just to do the rage. I was like, what the hell? There has
That's
to be
really
something
cool.
else. What? But yeah, it was just to do the rage room. And I don't know. It's just crazy the amount of traction or traffic that we have got through the rage room. And it helps the store too, because it's like people go in and smash stuff. And some of these people are people that never would have walked into our
Right.
store, like it's not their style, but since they're in there, they look around a little bit, and then, it definitely helps out in that way too.
Maybe find something, and
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. It's we went and used the Rage Room. I took my son for his birthday over the summer
Right.
when we were down there. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I didn't use it, but
Right.
kids
Yeah,
did.
it's honestly fun.
It looked fun.
Yeah.
They had a blast. I did that. I feel like that I did too high of a package for them though.
Right.
They were running out of. They broke everything so quickly that they were running out of stuff to break.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, gotta be patient.
Yeah.
You don't need
I
to
know
like just go break everything at once.
Right. It's freaking awesome when like families and kids come in and have fun. Like that's always so fun. But every once in a while, and no shame, it's a place where you can relieve whatever, it's a place to just smash stuff and have fun. But it sometimes sucks though when people come in there and they'll just be yelling like just childhood traumas, and
Oh goodness.
I'm like sitting there trying to talk to a customer while this person's yelling. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. You can do that, but it's just always kind of like, man, this is a little bit different. But yeah, I just had one of those today.
Really?
Yeah, it's always,
They're just letting it out?
you hear all the tea.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're just in there by themselves?
Yeah, well, today it was 2 of them, but yeah, then the other time, this is like a year or so ago, but it was like 4 little girls in there, and the stuff that they were saying, I was like, man, we gotta like help these girls. it was kind of, I don't know, you hear a lot. It's kind of odd.
Jeez. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been through enough trauma.
Right.
I've never
I-
thought to like
yeah.
yell as I was.
I've never understood the primal scream. It's just weird to me.
I've done that before,
Right.
but
Man.
I gotta get real. It's gotta be real bad.
Right.
I mean, I could probably I do it when I watch Nebraska sports, I guess. So
I was gonna
There
say,
we
what do you mean you don't know what it is? I see it every
Not like a
Saturday
primal-
during the fall.
primal scream, like a I don't know. I'm thinking the
Right.
mine's usually profanity laced.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my primal scream.
Would you
Right.
say that the Rage Room? I don't know how to put this either. I don't want to say does better, but do you have more people coming in for the Rage Room than the store?
Gosh, it's hard to say. So, like money wise, the Rage Room does about 35% of the revenue, but I feel like it gets more people in there just because a lot of like if you're counting each individual person, like the families, you'll have a family of 5 and they'll just split one of the packs. So, I mean, people wise, I feel like it does, but money wise, not.
Yeah, you got some really good pricing on the Rage Room
Yeah.
too. So money doesn't always mean busier, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when first starting it, I tried to call this Rage Room and just to get some advice and like see, you know, how to go about it. And I called them and they were so freaking rude and they hung up on me. And yeah, I was like, what the hell? So I don't, for whatever reason, it's just stupidity on why I did it, but everyone's prices are so freaking high for Rage Rooms. I mean, they're like ridiculously high. So I was like, fuck you guys. I'm going to make a Rage Room with a super cheap price. And it's just stupidity because we don't have a competitor around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, that's okay. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
okay to, I don't know, not have to gouge.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, if you
100%.
just make sure you make money.
Yeah, make
That's
sure you're
it.
making money on it.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff, I know you got to deal with nerd or whatever, right?
Yep.
But it's probably not. I mean, it's probably not outrageous. is
Right.
it?
Yeah. No, not at all. And then the glassware, it's like partnered with thrift stores. In the beginning, it was kind of expensive because we were going inside of thrift stores and paying 25% per item. So it's like when you had to buy 1,000 items, it's
Right.
like, man, it kind of adds up. But we ended up partnering with a few of them. So instead of buying each individual item, we just, they get
Yeah,
so
like
much
extra
stuff.
or whatever. You'll pay your donation for the extra, basically.
Yeah, well, like they just put what they're not going to sell. Instead of throwing it away, they'll put it into totes, and then I just show up there and buy the totes off of them.
Nice.
So it's like it's saving me money, and then it saves them money because a lot of them are having to pay per pound on disposal,
Yeah.
and that glass just adds up like crazy. So it's kind of a win-win for both of us. Saves them money and saves us money.
I forget. Did we talk about disposal last time? Like how you dispose of the?
Yeah, I think we touched on
broken
it a
stuff?
little bit.
I'd love to hear it again.
Yeah, so we just throw pretty much everything away besides like the scrap and what else? Pretty much just the scrap.
Just in
It's-
the dumpster.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so hard. I would love to like be like a recycling center and split everything up, put it where it goes.
That'd be.
But
tough.
it's so yeah. You have a group come in and smash 20 different things, and it's like it's hard to put everything where it needs to go.
Yeah, trying to get all that glass into its own
Yeah.
container. That'd be wild.
That's one of the thrift stores. They were going to start recycling glass, so they asked if we could, separate it. So I tried to do it, but it's like, man, this person just smashed the stereo and this and this and this. So there's this
Little
like,
pieces of plastic and everything in it.
yeah, it was almost impossible to keep it separated.
That's interesting. Anything new you're thinking about for the Raid Room at all?
Just the one thing we're working on.
No, that's
I-
part of the Raid Room.
Screw it. I'll freaking.
Oh, I'm not trying to make you.
No, I'll say
I
it's
thought it was
alright.
something completely new. I didn't know.
No, so I got a mobile truck. It's like a pretty much a
You told me this. Yeah.
yeah, just a big old freaking camper, and I gutted the whole thing. Now I'm reinforcing it and then turning it into a mobile rage room. So the name of it is Road Rage, and then on the side we'll have like what we offer. So we're gonna have like work events, birthday parties, and then I'm gonna put on there in big old letters, divorce parties. It's not like we're gonna get a bunch.
So they're gonna break their own stuff for a divorce party, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Or their partner stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
But that's what I mean. Like
Yeah,
they're gonna,
yeah, yeah.
It's, you're not supplying the stuff; they're supplying it on a divorce party.
Right. Yeah, it's not like we'll get a bunch of those, but I think it's good advertising. Just like somebody driving down the road will see that. And like it's funny, you know. I think it'll catch attention.
Maybe start doing county fairs and
Yeah,
I mean,
right,
that's where it starts. Birthday parties.
right.
You
But yeah,
never know.
that's the goal. I talked to one person that they have an ice cream truck, and yeah, they said a lot of the businesses will reach out to them. Like one of the businesses here asked if they would go out there for 3 days, and just to set up out there for 3 freaking days. I was
Yeah.
like, God dang.
There's quite a few. A lot of the food trucks get to do that. It's
Yeah.
kind of neat when I hear. I know Pole and Smoke's done that before, and some of the taco trucks, and
Right.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Even just pulling up to like little towns. It's like growing up in a small town. I know how it is. There's nothing to do. So Rage Room comes to town. It would be kind of fun, you know. It's not like we'll get everybody, but I think we'll stay busy with it.
You can either park outside the local bar or the local ice cream parlor, and you'll be good to go.
Right.
And sometimes they're right next to each other. You'll be set. You'll be set.
Yo.
Almost every town's got their own little betterment club or their, community outreach program that would be willing to do some stuff like
Yeah.
that or help you out, tell you where to park or
100%.
find a local business that would be glad to let you be there or stuff like that.
That's
So
a really good idea. I don't remember when you and I talked about that, but I remember we talked about it.
Yeah, see, I don't remember either. I feel like I haven't told a single person.
You told me
I was
because
gonna
as soon as you
say.
said the camper or whatever, I was like, oh yeah,
I
road
probably,
rage.
Yeah. I probably told everyone then.
That's funny. I don't remember. Either I was in the store or I don't remember.
Gosh, yeah, I don't.
We ran into each other somewhere.
Yeah.
Talked about the rage room. So I'm really interested in the TikTok stuff because you've done pretty well in there, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So I want to hear the whole story.
got it. So overall, TikTok literally freaking changed everything for me. So what happened on TikTok is they rolled out their TikTok shop. So those videos that everyone thinks are annoying, that have the ads on, people just making ads. They rolled that out, and I got in fairly early. I was like 3 months late, but whatever. Still pretty early in it. And I remember talking on the last episode that we did. I mentioned it on how it's like I'm gonna focus hard on this or whatever. And then I really pushed on it, and I mean it's just it's so insane. Like there are thousands of companies on there, and if you are a creator, you can just reach out to these companies, a lot of them. I mean, you'll have thousands of companies reach out to you that want to give you products for you to make a video with on your page or whatever. And I mean, it's just freaking insane. The amount of stuff I have got off there, it is just freaking insane. It's crazy too. Like, I don't know, just a stupid freaking app, and it's like it literally just freaking insane. That's where I truly believe, and this might sound crazy, but I truly believe the reason that they tried to shut TikTok down was because too many everyday average Americans were making too much money. I believe, and maybe this is crazy, but I believe they don't want us to rise up. It's easy to control a population that's broke and, whatever, like unhealthy. And I really think there's plenty of factors that went into it, but I feel like that was one of the factors. But that's
Definitely could have been.
conspiracy.
Who knows? They definitely like to try to keep people down.
I disagree with you, but
Yeah.
I mean,
What
I feel completely different than that. But maybe I'm not saying that it's completely wrong, but
gosh, what's your take on it?
I think it's a bad system. I think it's a net negative in my opinion.
Right.
Like for good things, I mean, you've used it for the right way, but for every one of you, there's 1,000 people using it nefariously and poisoning the young minds of our country. So
Right.
that's why I don't like it for that reason.
Yeah. No, I get that too.
Because I'm looking at more of as a political / culture war type thing. That's where I see it more than the TikTok shop side of it.
Right.
So, but I know it has made a lot of people a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely.
And some people do good things. I watch all your TikToks are healthy and good TikToks and
Right.
stuff like that. But there's for every one of yours, there's 50,000 that are the opposite side of that spectrum. So
right.
that's the reason I don't like it.
I get that you're selling a product too. There's those ones that are just the people like dancing or something that are making millions of dollars. That's what blows me
I
away.
know, that's
I'm like,
freaking
really?
nice.
Or not even that. It's like when it used to be Musically and you just did like weird like facial expressions and all this other crap.
Right.
And there's people still that are making money from that. I'm like, that is wild to me.
Right. I know, it
Wild.
is freaking insane. It blows my mind. Like, a lot of people say, like, our grandpas or great grandpas, like, they were so lucky to be able to buy land at such a cheap price. I've heard people say this multiple times, and it's like that was the best era to make money. But I disagree so much. I feel like right now, with technology, we're in the greatest era of making money. I mean, there are thousands and thousands of ways to make money online, and I don't know, doing the TikTok shop just truly opened my eyes. I was like, fucking A. Like,
there's more money. It's a much more leisurely lifestyle for everybody. Everybody has the poorest of the poor right now are better off than when our grandparents were around.
right.
Because the poorest of the poor back then were completely miserable back then.
Yeah, 100%.
Was that making noise?
Yeah, it's definitely.
There you go.
Well, I want it up there because it bothers me.
You're good. We're fixed. We've been having some issues with some static, and we figured out that it was that when he did that.
Oh,
At least so far. We'll see if I hear it again.
Okay.
gosh, yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Like, yeah, it's just an easier time around. But a lot of people, so the difference is people critically think back then. There's a lot of critical thinking back then, and the critical thinking is lacking now in a majority of the society.
I do think the amount of money that was made back then is a lot greater than the money being made now, though.
Right.
I get what you're saying, but the
Who had more buying power.
yeah,
So
a
like,
lot more buying
if you
power,
take
and
inflation-
going from there to here, what they are worth now from having that is a lot more than what some people can make on TikTok or whatever.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So I get what you're saying, but
Yeah, just
easier
like
for more people to do it, I suppose.
Yeah, and just the opportunity, like the countless, endless opportunities. It blows my freaking mind. We all carry this little device that can change your fucking life in your pocket, and it's crazy. It's just literally insane.
You have to have a certain amount of followers to do that too, right?
They changed it and then they changed it back, but I think now it's 5,000 followers.
5,000 to do the TikTok shop site.
Yep.
Because I know we had to get like 1,000 to do live
Yep.
or whatever. Although we got in early. We were close enough, and I put in an application or something. We got in before the 1,000.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's what they changed it to 1,000, but then they bumped it back up to 5,000.
we just can't get followers.
Though it'll come.
Lots of comments.
Lots of
Right.
comments, not as many follows.
Right.
We don't talk about what people want to hear.
I would venture to guess TikTok will ban us before we
Yeah,
blow up
probably.
that way, just
Right.
because they're gonna not like what we talk about.
Right.
I don't really want to. In a roundabout way, I know you've posted it online. In a roundabout way, how much have you made through the TikTok shop? You don't have to give me like a exact number, but or if you don't want to tell anybody, you don't have to tell us either. You can
No,
tell
it's
us after.
alright.
You can tell us after the show. if you want.
It's all right. I'll just say it. Okay, so the craziest video that I got, I posted one video. This was, I think it was April of 2024. This one freaking video was 41 seconds long, and that video it's at like 33.9 million views.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
It just about 34 million views, and that video alone, I made over $100,000 freaking dollars.
Holy cow!
It was a
That's
video
wild.
of me just selling these microphones.
I
The
remember that
little-
video.
Yo, just the little freaking mini mics. And
Is that the one where you walked away from it?
yeah, I've done probably like 50
You've done quite a
of
few,
those
yeah.
now. But yeah, I mean, God, that video alone though, even to this day, I posted it in April of 2024. And to this day, I'll still make like 100 to 300 a week off of that one freaking
Wow.
just 41. Like that's what blows my mind. It's like 41 seconds. And it was such a shitty video. Like it was not good.
Is that the only one that's done well? I mean, I know $100,000 is a lot. Is there any that you're making $5 on every week or anything like that? That's
Yep.
good. So you have a pretty decent income stream coming from TikTok then.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like, I don't know. It is kind of crazy. I was gonna say it's
That's
not
what I mean,
too
yeah.
crazy, but
It's
yeah,
something.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, the microphone video. So I posted that one, and then I got multiple other microphone videos, and a lot of those too. Like in the beginning, when I first started, it was like every ad video just blew up. Like it was so new. TikTok wanted to push those videos, but now it's like you can post an ad video and get like freaking 600 views. But back then, every video was doing at least like 100,000, 200,000, like for view wise.
No matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
pretty much. There's still some out there that wouldn't quite hit that, but more than not, I would be hitting at least 100,000 views.
Did you have to use certain hashtags or did it have to be a certain quality? Because I know there's some quality things that they're like, oh, we're not going to push this video because it looks shitty.
Yeah. See, I don't know, because that video that took off,
Is it on this page?
yeah, it should be on that page. Yeah, that first video.
This one.
33.
Here, we'll just show everybody real fast.
Perfect. All you have to do is plug this in. Now listen to the sound difference from now until right now, baby. These mics are so good. Literally $5 for 2 microphones. Like you can use this for Snapchat, anything that you film on, you can use these mics for. So if you want to check them out, the link is listed below, and you can cop them $5. $5. Literally $5. That's just insane. And to prove to all you haters that this is not a voiceover, how do you explain this?
I love
See
the
what I'm
first
saying?
comment that is dubbed. Obviously, it's not, but
Right. I got so many of those comments like, oh, it's a freaking voiceover or whatever. And I kind of fed into it a little bit.
I saw that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. But yeah,
That's a good quality video, though.
I just thought like I don't know. I thought the camera, why? Because I think I filmed on the front, like my front camera, and I felt like it was kind of pixely a little bit.
Mm.
But
It doesn't look too bad. I've seen way more pixelated videos than that.
right,
Some of our AI ones come out pretty blurry sometimes. So.
Right.
Sometimes.
And they shouldn't because we're shooting in freaking 1080p and that's coming right off of my computer. So
right,
AI must screw it up somehow. Zoom in too far. I don't know.
right.
But
I've noticed that a few times when it zooms into one of us on it, when it's from the full screen, obviously, yeah, it'll get a little bit distorted a little bit, but not much.
no. We just hope people are watching them drunk and then they'll never notice.
Right.
But does that, now I'm gonna ask, is that mic that good? Is it really that good?
It's decent. It's
Don't lie to me.
It is. It's good.
AI is going to make this TikTok to go against that TikTok.
Right. It's definitely not the greatest mic out there. It's a
It
5.
sounded good.
Yeah, that's it right there, you know. Nothing more, nothing less. And the problem with those mics though is, I mean, unless you have the furry tip on it, it'll be all scratchy. If you got the hard tip, it'll like scratch on your whatever. But the furry tips though seem to do a lot better.
Maybe that's what we needed, some furry tips on our mics.
There you go.
Maybe we just need furry tips.
Furry tips.
I'm not talking to mics. Maybe we just need furry tips.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. And I know you kind of said, but like, what made you want to go down that path? You said you were going to work on it and all this stuff, and you were going to do it the last episode or the last time you're on here. But like, what really sent you on that path? It's like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be consistent, and I'm going to
Man, I don't know. I just was like, fuck, here's an opportunity. Let's hop on it. You know, there wasn't no real good motivation to it. It was just like, let's try this out. And I don't know. I definitely seen value in it because no other platforms were doing that, you know, where it's like giving the creators the chance to promote products. It was always, you know, companies would pay the platform
for advertising or yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
to like run their own ad. Now we're able to run ads for them. And I feel like company wise, I feel like it's such a good thing because eventually somebody is going to study like all of this and what did good and what didn't do good. And when you give something to the to the people in that big a mass, it's like you're going to see every different type of advertisement. And I think at some point, I mean, if they haven't done it already or someone hasn't done it already, I don't know. I think it was really good, like advertising wise, just to know like what works and what doesn't.
Well, it saved all these companies a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were paying you guys as creators, but they didn't have to pay to create the content. They didn't have to pay to put it out there. They did nothing.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
pay you guys.
100%.
And it was just on commission, right?
Yep, just commission. That freaking video.
So go ahead.
So they started out with $3 commission. Now the commission on it is like, I think it's like $1.70 or something.
So it went down a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like $3 freaking dollars. Like I don't even know how many I had to have sold to make that much. It's just freaking insane.
That's what I was going to ask you. So the commission came from the sale of the mic.
Yep.
So that $100,000 came from the sale of the microphone.
Yep.
You got nothing for the views of that?
No. So like you can get paid per view, but on the ads you can't get paid.
So it's either or. You can't do both.
Yep.
Got you. Interesting. So you can pick that per video. So like you could have one video that's pay per view and one that's just an ad video.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, yeah, like if you're doing an ad, you have to like show the product and talk about the product.
Yeah.
And then just add the link to it. But
because your whole profile is not just TikTok shop videos, is it?
no.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay.
No. I tried. So I got in this community on Discord. It's called like the Social Army. And they were like the first like community for TikTok shop. And they had, I don't know, tons of people in there, tons of good creators in there. And I got in that, and then there was a guy in there that was selling accounts with over 5,000 followers. So I bought a freaking account for because I was like, man, I don't want to just flood my page. Like I've spent 4 or 5 years on this page. I don't want to just flood it with ads, you know? And like skate culture wise too, if you want to look at it like that, it's like skate is, I don't know, I feel like it goes against the whole skate culture, like just running ad after ad. It's kind of corny, you know? But
anti-establishment, here's your establishment.
Yeah, 100%. So I bought another account. I paid $500 for it. And then like a week later, TikTok did like a huge ban on all these accounts. And my account got freaking banned.
Oh, no.
So I tried to do a separate account strictly for TikTok shop, but yeah, it got banned. I should have just grown it, like, you know, but
organically.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever. It's all right.
It works out.
Yeah.
You got this one.
Yeah.
And you got what? 138,000 followers?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, I don't know what that was. Let me make sure we're still recording. Yeah, we're still recording. Something got plugged and unplugged. It's usually a USB thing. Right. We're still good. Yeah, that's quite a few more than we have. I can tell you that.
137,000 more. 137.2 thousand more.
Yeah. No, that's good on you, man. Is there any videos you want to kind of showcase for the viewers?
Man, all my videos are garbage, honestly.
I don't think they're garbage. You might think they're garbage.
I just freaking, I just post to post. Like, I don't know. I'll go, if I didn't force myself to post, I would never freaking post. So I just make shit happen. Like,
you got quite a few with millions of views.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had, there was one stretch where I was just getting a good amount of views consistently.
Any of these you want to show?
I mean, down low, on the left, it'd be down one more. So
This one?
yeah, we can show this. This was at the very first. So it was just,
That's the first shop?
yeah, it was just a tiny little shop, but
It looks kind of nice in there.
yeah,
I never did go in there.
man, it was a shit. The wall was falling down, and it was really
It
bad.
doesn't look like it from that view, though. The floor looks nice.
Yeah, I put that floor in. It was just like a ugly blue carpet, and
Oh.
it was rough in there. But man, so it's crazy. Kind of touching back on the rage room. It's like we did so many videos like that. Like, I mean, you got the one on the left, the one on the right. I mean, there's so many videos that we were smashing TVs and like just breaking stuff.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know, like social media, like the rage room did not make sense to have in the store. It was like, man, we're like selling all this other stuff, and then we have a rage room. It's kind of just like, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But then I had to switch my thinking on it. It was like, well, coming from a social media view, it's like, man, we kind of blew up off of smashing shit. So it makes sense in that way.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, makes sense in that way.
No, it's good. I like all the stuff you've been doing is really cool. And the road rage is going to be pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I
How are
think
you going
it'll
to
be good.
reinforce that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You have to replace it with, like some tin or something?
Well, that's so on the inside. I was thinking about doing the same thing I did for the rage room at the shop.
What's in there? I forget.
It's just wood.
Wood?
Yep. And then as long as it's good enough for somebody to chuck a printer at, we'll be all right. But yeah, I don't know.
You don't want it to go through the wall.
Yeah. But even if I don't know, like the rage room at the shop, we've had to replace it. If we have to replace anything, it's kind of fun too, because like somebody can put a hole in the wall, then we just put a new sheet of wood up, and kind of easy fixing it.
Yeah. I did notice, especially like when my son went in there, once they get rid of their stuff, they're kind of like, oh, there's walls.
Right.
And the one thing you said was, don't hit the wall.
Yeah.
First thing they did. And I'm like, quit it. What are you doing?
Right.
It's like primal instinct, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
I have weapon. I must hit.
Yeah. Man, have you guys ever heard of 75 Hard? 75 Hard. It's
I hope to be.
it's a freaking like Andy Frisella. You guys know Andy Frisella?
Yeah.
So he's the creator of it, but it's a mental toughness program where you got to do 5 tasks a day, every single day for 75 days straight. And if you fuck up on any of them, you have to restart.
You start over
at day 1. Yep. And I just recently hopped on it. I did it once before, but I'm back on it again. And I don't know. I just wanted to mention it because like I feel like the last time we did this episode, I feel like I wasn't mentally there. Like, not that I was down or any, but I wasn't fully there. And yeah, 75 Hard, it just truly like, I feel like you can't feel down when you're on 75 Hard.
Yeah. Tasks
Yeah.
like what?
So you got to drink a gallon of water. You got to read 10 pages of like a self-help, self-development book. Then you got to do 2 45-minute workouts, and they can't be back to back. They have to be at least like 2 to 3 hours apart. One of them has to be outside no matter the weather. And then you have to take a progress picture and stick to a clean diet that best fits your goals. So yeah, it's all for just to sharpen your mind. It's like discipline is a perishable skill. You can have discipline some days, but it's definitely a perishable skill. So it's a way to just keep your discipline up. And yeah, it makes you feel freaking great. But yeah, this is my second time on it. The first time around, I was only focused on the mental side of it. And like with the working, like a lot of people mistake it for working, like it's a workout program. but it's not. It's a mental program. So that's all I was focused on. So like my workouts, I would do like a freaking walk, you know, and it's like I can do so much more. So this time around, I'm more so focused on my body and the mental side of it. But overall, I feel so much better from the last time that we did this. Like
That's
so
good.
much better.
How many days are you on?
I'm on I think today's day 10. So like I'm freshly back into it. But yeah, I started working out before this though. And if I can call my buddy out, so I have this group chat with a few friends in it, and we're always talking shit to each other. And my buddy, he said, his name's Tyler. He said, one thing I'll always have above you guys is physique, because he's been working out for like 4 years. So that statement, I don't know what it is, but I want to beat him so bad, and I know I'm going to beat him.
It's good to have some drive for that too. You know?
Yeah.
It's hard to stay. I did it for a while and I fell off the wagon working out and got to get back into it. But
Right.
it's tough to drive yourself to do it every day if you don't really think you have something to do it for.
Right. Yeah, 100%. I know it's hard, like,
Until you get fat again, you're like, oh, I should have kept working out.
right.
Then everything starts hurting.
Yeah.
And then it just snowballs. That's kind of where I've been for the last 3 years.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Because I did 75 hard, and then I was like, man, I want to be able to work out without having to be on this program. And I tried it, and I just could not stay consistent. And I don't know. I swear, like, what Andy Frisella talks about, I mean, this is how he puts it, and whichever way you want to put it, but it's like we all have a boss voice and a bitch voice. The bitch voice will tell you everything you want to hear to make you not do what you know you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I just feel like when I was trying to work out on my own, it was like, man, I would go freaking 5-6 days in a row, and I would take that one day off, and then I would just be back at square one, like I didn't just get all that momentum. And I don't know. So I look at it as like a video game. You got your boss voice and your bitch voice. Your bitch voice is 10 times stronger than your boss voice. And you have to like kill that voice 100 times before, I don't know, like before you get anywhere.
Yeah.
But
That's like telling you, hey, you can go eat that cheeseburger and fries. You'll do
Yeah.
better tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And the next day, same
No,
thing.
you'll feel
Oh,
better.
You can
right,
have that
you'll
burrito.
feel better right now.
Yeah.
right.
And I mean, that wins.
No, I said you'll do better
Just-
tomorrow.
Oh, do
Yeah,
better.
you can eat it now because you'll
Oh,
do
yeah.
better tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm a procrastination king right here. So
Right.
that's my voice right there. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Tomorrow,
Right.
you can do it tomorrow.
I know
Yeah.
it's freaking crazy. Like being on the program, knowing that you can't mess up at all. It's like you can consciously. I don't know how to say it for sure, but like it's almost like I'm watching my bitch voice and my boss voice battle, and it's like I'm like I don't know. It's freaking wild, but it's like there's nobody in this world that can persuade you more than you.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, that's true. 100% true.
yeah, that voice will do it.
I've been big on. I've said that about a lot of things. It's mind over matter thing. Like I know a lot of people get mad when I say stuff about addiction and shit like that. I don't think it's a disease. I think it's maybe a mental disease, but I think it's all mental.
Right.
I think anybody can deal with it. Like all you got to do is just do it. Like I get it. I understand it sucks and it's hard for people. I battle my demons all the time. Constantly I'm battling demons.
Right.
And I choose to let them win sometimes or,
Right.
shit like that. But I think, I've always been big on like the mind is the most underused muscle in your body. And it's very powerful if you want to put your mind to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Anybody can do whatever they can do. So I don't like victimhood mentality and I don't respect victimhood mentality. And anybody that overcomes shit like that gains immense respect in my book. So
Right. I'm right there with you. The victim culture is fucking insane. And that's so yesterday I just hit like 5 years sober and I wasn't so I would always post like 1 year sober, whatever, make the freaking post. And I wasn't going to do it, but then I was like, cuz for that reason, it's like I don't want praised. I don't want
I think that's just you holding yourself accountable though too. Like
Yeah.
if you were to post it, like you're just saying, hey, I'm doing this. It means something.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what, I don't know. I thought about it for a while. It's like, fuck, like, should I or should I not? And at this point, though, it's like, fuck how I feel. Like, all that is just whatever. I'm going to post this because maybe this will help somebody. So it's like, I didn't post like on Facebook like I used to, but I made a video on TikTok. It's like, maybe, just fucking maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm right there with you. I think.
Well, congratulations on that. That's pretty
congrats.
cool.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know. I think the victim.
I don't mean to be like, I'm not calling you out or anything. I've felt that way, and I know a lot of people don't like when I say that, but that's
Right.
just the way I've felt about it.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of addicts in my family and close friends and stuff, and I've had a lot of people that have completely beaten it that I have more respect for, and
Right.
I knew a guy, actually I got his pen right here, called him Uncle John, but I never knew this until I was older, but Dad talked about it all the time, but he was Dad's competitor actually. And he was our uncle. We called him Uncle John when we were kids. He'd take us when we go to fairs and shit, and we'd go to this booth, and Mom and Dad would stay at the booth, and John, let's go, boys. We're gonna get some ice cream. We're gonna get some candy. We're gonna go get whatever. Just feed us boys full of shit. And as when we got older, Dad talked about John, and he was an alcoholic, recovered, and just quit drinking because he didn't like who he was, had problems and stuff, got angry and stuff like that. And then, but would go drink with the guys, all the guys, that culture of the traveling sales reps, the sales reps and stuff like that. They'd go, after the show, you go have drinks and eat dinner and go with them every single time and never drink.
Oh, wow.
And never bothered him, never did anything. Just, no, I don't need to, that's not me. And when I see somebody do stuff like that,
right.
In my opinion, I think anybody can do it.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, I agree 100%. I think, I don't know. That was one thing. So like with like going to meetings and, doing all that stuff, I feel like it was so helpful for me in the beginning, but I didn't want and maybe I should still go. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but
well, you're successful. So, I mean, you're doing good.
I made a decision. Like, I don't want to make this my identity. I don't want to focus on this. Like, I'm done drinking, and that's that. There's no, I need to go freshen up. I need to go, go have this meeting. I need to go do this. It's like, no, like, I'm done drinking. It doesn't bother me. I don't have the urges. In the beginning, I had urges every fucking second, but now it does not bother me whatsoever. And I don't know. That's how I look at it. And maybe as like a sponsor or somebody that is in recovery, maybe they'll see that and think like, oh, I'm on the verge of relapsing. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's a bad thing that I look at it like that, but that's just how I look at it. Like, I don't drink. That's it. I don't need to go and put any mind into it because this is
right.
I feel like one of the reasons too that I wasn't going to post that is like, man, now like I got sober. Congrats. But I'm literally just doing what the fuck I was supposed to be doing in the first place.
Right.
Which like, I don't know. I'm definitely proud of a lot of people, and I'm glad that I went through it. But yeah, overall though, it's just once you decide that you're done, I don't know. It's like I'm done. That's it.
It seems like it's a different time for everybody.
Yeah.
Like when you make that decision.
Definitely. And some people deal with it different too. Like some people have to. There was a guy that I went to AA with that he goes every single week, if not twice a week. And he's been doing it for like 40 years. So it's like, if that's how he does it, heck yeah. But for me, I don't know. I made the choice, and that's that. That was just another part of my life that is over with. But I think the coolest part though about being sober, like the other day I was going through my Snapchat memories, and I have so many memories on there that are just like, I was a fucking piece of shit. I was literally a piece of shit. And was going through it, and I was like, God, like I started to feel down about it. And just like I was just thinking like all that time wasted, all that potential. Like I was so young, and like if I would have put that energy into something good, there's no question I wouldn't be like 10 times further than where I am. But then I got to think, I had to shift my mindset, because I was genuinely like, I don't get down much, but I was like, God damn. But I had to shift my mindset from like thinking like that to like, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that I went through that, because like nobody wants to hear that success story of, you know, you had a great family, you had a great this, and just the complete, like you will never connect with somebody if you've had a perfect life. So going through all that and being able to connect with people, it's like, I feel like it's such a powerful thing. And the two craziest times, I've never mentioned this anywhere, but the two craziest times I had with people, like with my recovery and everything. So I had this girl come into the shop, and you could tell she was a little shy, and like, I don't know, she just seemed off. And we got to talking, and then we just had a long conversation, and she was smoking meth. Like she was way out there. And we talked about it, and I just told her like my story, and I gave her advice, and it was a pretty wild conversation. And I don't know, it sounds freaking nuts, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like something came over me, and like I just spilled my fucking words into her, and she left. And then she came back like 2 weeks later, and she was crying, and she gave me a hug and told me like how that conversation changed her life. And she was living with a bunch of people, and she kicked all those people out. She got sober, and it's like, fucking A, like to be able to have that power is, I mean, I'm so thankful that I went through that, because now I'm equipped to like help people that are going down the same path.
Right.
But the one other time, there was a guy, and this guy, he has to be like 40 something. So it's like with meth or like the hard drugs, it's like a lot of people, they don't come off of that.
Yeah.
It's the freaking devil that'll grab you and hold you forever. And this guy, he was doing that, and he came into the shop, and then this is after the girl, you know, like a while after the girl. So the guy came into the shop. You could tell he's freaking all over, like bobblehead, inflatable arms, you know. And he's freaking leaving. And I was standing at the register. I was like, fuck. Like I had a little mental battle with myself.
Do you say something or do not say something?
Exactly. And that's where I was. And I said something. And then he came back, and we had like the similar conversation. And this guy, so the issue with that girl is she ended up relapsing. And now I think she's still on. I don't know. But the guy, though, he is fully sober, and he's in treatment. Like he's doing everything, and he'll come in like once a month and come and freaking give me a hug and talk about, like, it's just that right there makes up for all of the shitty times that I went through. Like that alone, even if it's just one fucking person. It's like I'm so glad that I went through that to be able to help somebody nowadays, you know?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Nice stories. Thanks for sharing those.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The conversation with that girl was fucking nuts. Like I don't know. I feel like something literally came over me, and it was just crazy. And to have them come back and tell me that and freaking give me a hug and like crying, it's like, man, I'm so glad that I went through that.
Definitely. Did you have a hard time coming onto the show last time and talking about all that? Was that, you said you were kind of maybe down a little bit last time. Was that part of it, or was it just in this headspace you were in at the time?
Just in the headspace. I mean, I wasn't even, I don't know. I was just out of it. I feel like, I don't know. I just wasn't.
How long
fully
did
there.
it take for you to open up about your journey and your struggles and not be like, have you ever been to where you like don't want to tell people, or just it's been easy for you to tell people like your journey?
It's been easy. I mean, like the very beginning, I didn't tell anybody just because I I mean, I tried to get sober multiple times,
Yeah.
and I would always find myself like right back where I started. So in the beginning, like I wouldn't tell anybody, but now, I mean, even throughout, it's never been an issue. I've always been pretty open.
Does it help talking about it?
Yeah, I mean,
Like in the beginning, did it help? Maybe did it help talking about it a little bit?
yeah, like the meetings in the beginning, like actually going and talking with people that are in similar situations, that helps so much. It's like I'll always be an advocate for meetings. Like if you're early on, I definitely recommend it because, yeah, that helped a lot.
That's probably why you're such an advocate, just talking to people in the shop.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
you saw the value in it and want to give it to other people.
Yeah.
I get that. It's a crazy journey you've been on.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. You're always a insightful human being every time I talk to you.
Right.
So I don't know if you want to talk about this or not, but I think you have a video about this too. But I did see that you were able to do something for your parents
Yeah.
or your mom.
Yo.
You want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So my mom and then her fiance. So Mike, he got back surgery, and then literally a week later, my mom got surgery, and they like found some cancer in her, but they got it completely out, and it was just like the worst timing because they do their own thing. Like Mike works on cars, and my mom does her own thing, so it's like they were completely out of work, and it was just a tough time, you know. So yeah, they were done, and then it was like shortly after I posted that freaking video that got tons of views, and yeah, so I don't know. It was always a goal of mine, which I feel like that's such a small goal. I feel like every kid wants to like buy their mom a house or what, you know, that's like the ultimate goal. But it was definitely a cool little stepping stone. I don't know.
Should we play it?
Yeah.
Do you have it on here?
Yep. I think it's pinned at the top.
Let's do this. This one here?
Yep.
Okay, let's watch this one.
This is literally the craziest moment of my entire career. My mom and her fiance just got surgery. Mike got back surgery, and like a week later, my mom got surgery to get some cancer that they found out of her. And they are going through such a hard time. So I'm going to go and surprise my mom. Just 4 years ago, I was an alcoholic drug addict. Like, I was such a scumbag. To be able to do something like this, it's literally insane. So let's go surprise her. This is insane.
Grab me by the hand.
And you guys helped like everybody along the way, no matter where you're at. When you guys are up, you're always helping. When you're down, you're always helping. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I officially got it. And I wanted to surprise you guys with this.
No.
Yes. I've been wanting to do it for so long.
No.
Yes.
That pays all of our bills.
I've been wanting
You're
to
gonna
do
make
it
me
for a
cry.
while. You guys always helped out, including me. And it's like I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you guys.
What if I cry? That is the sweetest thing.
up his shirt.
You are here for us all the time too.
Oh.
And I called him at 2:30 last night, bawling my eyes out. He probably thought someone died.
Yeah, much appreciated.
It is
Of
very much
course.
appreciated.
Figured with you guys being fresh ass every day, it's like fucking hell. It was like perfect timing.
Well, we appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Like that takes so much stress off of us. Thank you so much.
And I was hoping to do it yesterday, and after you called, I wish I would have done it yesterday.
I was like bawling, crying. I'm like, Bryce answers, and I'm like, Bryce. And I was thinking that, I'm like, you probably thought someone fucking died, and here I am, just telling them. So probably when I told you, you're probably, well, that's not that big a deal. Calm down. Thank you so much.
I just want to add to this person, and I also want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have ever supported, whether.
Well, there's your. Isn't that the guy you were talking about?
Yeah.
That's a really cool video, man.
Gosh, thank
Pretty
you.
awesome.
Yeah, that was a cool freaking moment.
Were you worried about carrying all that around with you?
No.
Funny.
I,
That's awesome that you were able to do that.
Yeah, that was. It's crazy to see that video and see how empty the store was. It's like, fucking A. Like, TikTok really just helps so much. I think my biggest issue with the store is, like, I started it so young. I was still an alcoholic, like, using whatever, like, doing whatever drugs. And I did not start it and run it as a business. It's like I would take money out of the register and go freaking buy beer or go do whatever. And it's like, man, I started out like that. So I've had to, like, unlearn, or not unlearn. I always knew it was wrong, but, like, just, like, undo all of my fuck ups. And I don't know, I feel like I'm finally getting there. I'm not there yet, but I'm finally getting there.
I would say doing something like that's a pretty big step,
Right.
in my opinion. That's really awesome you're able to do that.
Yeah. That was
Does it feel pretty good?
definitely. It was like, I don't know, freaking just a cool ass experience.
What was going through your head the whole time?
I was nervous.
Were you worried they weren't going to accept it?
Yeah, but I was like, I'm just gonna leave it here. but yeah, overall, I don't know. It was just fucking surreal, honestly.
Definitely. That's really awesome. Is there anything else about the shop or the rage room or anything like that you wanted to talk about at all?
I think we covered just about everything.
So we pretty much covered your whole story, like your backstory last time. So I don't want to, we kind of already talked about it again a little bit. So I don't want to
Right.
rehash anything. Anything else besides the road rage that you got coming up that you might want to drop some hints for, or any ideas that you don't care if people steal?
Not really. I mean, overall, so after the whole TikTok deal, it definitely opened my eyes. I'm like, I've said this forever. Like, we will only be as big as Norfolk allows us to be if we only stay in Norfolk. So right now, like 100% of the focus is just going to online, and I want to be selling on at least like 10 platforms. Every year right before the beginning of the year, I'll write out just like 10 massive goals that I have no idea how I'm going to do. And yeah, on this one, I put sell on 10 platforms. And I don't know. I'm putting a ton of focus into getting us to make money online and sell online. But otherwise, besides that, it's really just the road rage. And yeah, just focus online and push the road rage.
You're a frequent, you come to the LAN party
Yeah,
quite a bit. What's your thoughts on that whole thing?
I freaking love it. I think it's awesome. I wanted to actually ask, like, how did that come about?
The LAN party?
Yeah.
So Dave Kastmeyer had gone to a few up in Omaha. One's called Net Wars, and he kind of wanted to start something in the Northeast Nebraska area. And he reached out to Nick Wildman. They kind of met at Stealth Broadband. I think Dave had gone in there to just ask about internet and trying to get this whole thing started. And Nick was working there at the time. And he's like, hey, would you want to just be a part of this? And that's kind of how those two got together. And then I knew Nick, and Preston Prosh knew Nick, and they had the whole thing, the first one already kind of going, and then I saw it and then jumped on board, and that's kind of how the whole thing went. It's a charity thing for Kelly softball too. So that's kind of how it gets its whole thing. But
Right.
yeah, that's the short version of the story.
Yeah, I think it's freaking awesome. I think gaming is so huge. Like, I don't know. Growing up, my brother was a huge gamer, and I always looked at it as like, dude, you're a loser. Like, it was just how it was growing up, and it's like seeing it nowadays. It's like, holy shit! Like, there are real careers in gaming, and I feel like we should all look at it as like an actual career path, and it's definitely, it's not like every kid's gonna be the biggest streamer or whatever, but if you look at these streamers' lives, if you look at these YouTubers' lives, or even just kids that are competing in games, it's like a lot of these guys, the lifestyle that they have, like the YouTubers and the big streamers, they have stupid money. They have just insane money. And it's like, you don't have to make it to that level. You could make it right here and make a great living.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome that you guys do it here in Norfolk, because there's a lot of kids. And I think the best part about it is like, I don't know, a lot of gamers, I don't know. There's gamers that are outcast and they don't fit in all the sports and all the, so it's like to have something where you can have a community of people doing something together like that. I think it's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I would agree. Trying to get, because we see it as a social thing when you're online, but getting people in a LAN environment is getting them out of their shell a little bit. So
Right.
I think it's
the basement.
out of the basement, getting them out of their basement,
Yeah.
Things like that. And it's good for everybody to kind of talk. And we got so many different, it's very diverse in age, and
Right.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. So my girlfriend's kid.
Because he's came like the last, 3 or 4?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 or 4. But yeah, that's all. I mean, he's just a strict gamer, and it's so hard for me because it's like I want to push, get off the system, go outside,
Go outside and get a little bit of activity in you every once in a while.
Balance. Well,
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
balance everything.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's hard to I don't know, keep that balance.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a huge gamer. He loves it, and he loves going to those tournaments. I think too, it's so cool to have, as humans, we need to compete.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's cool, these kids can spend all summer playing video games and then have that competition. It's like, I'm practicing for this. It gives them a goal. It gives them something to work towards. And I think it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I wish we could get more kids, in that late grade school into the high school. We don't have as many of those. We're getting more and more.
Right.
Seems like every year he goes to the next level, we get more people come through. So my
Right.
son, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, if we could, we'd like to get up to 200 gamers in there. The most we've had, I think, is 120, 115, I think. That was
wow.
2 summers ago.
God dang.
So I think we ended up with 97 at this last one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Not just the streamers and YouTubers, there's also jobs in the design and the marketing. There's a whole lot of different jobs you can take down that path.
Right.
And we need some better developers. So if these kids could just go and replace the ones that are developing the games now, it would
Right.
be amazing.
Right. Is it true that it just got, if I heard right, I think it got in the Olympics now, or it's going to be in the Olympics?
Esports?
I think so.
I'd have to look. I'd have to look that up.
I don't know.
Let
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think,
They just brought back something, but that's all I heard.
I guess I haven't heard. It's possible. I mean, they have flag football, so
They brought back lacrosse, but it's a smaller field.
God, yeah. I think my girlfriend mentioned it.
I'll write it down. I'll look it up.
Gosh, yeah, I got no
Maybe we'll talk
service.
about it on the show tomorrow.
But yeah, either way, I mean, it's just crazy how much gaming has came, how far gaming has came.
Yeah, we need to get back to where they're not pay to play. They do these. We talked about it with Nick's thing, and
yeah.
God, I just read. So, Call of Duty is $75 to $90 depending on which game
you buy.
you buy. They just came out with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pack of some kind. To get everything in the pack is another $90.
Jesus.
God.
And this is just skins, probably a couple gun blueprints. And at any point in time, usually when you buy those, the guns are broken. They're it's basically pay to win. The guns are better than the guns in the
they're
game,
a cheat code.
basically.
Oh, wow.
So they're getting these kids or whoever, old men like us, paying $90 to get these skins. It's good Lord.
They're getting parents' credit cards.
Yeah.
Right.
But at this point, just make the game free.
Yeah, it's
Right, 100%.
If you're going to charge that much for these skin packs and shit, just
I've
make the game free.
also we talked about it we've talked about it on multiple podcasts. I can't stand the pay to win
Yeah.
concept. Just be good at the game.
Right.
That's what the old games were. You just had
Right.
to figure out how to beat the
Right.
old game.
Right.
Everybody can beat them. It's
Yeah.
doable. Just
Right.
beat them.
Well, they only make these guns like OP for like 2 weeks. So like, they're paying $90 to be good for 2 weeks. Or like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, something like that. Isn't that wild? $90. $90 for
Crazy.
And that's not the only thing. I think the same thing with like when they did the boys crossover thing. Yeah.
God, would you say that Fortnite kind of like paved the way for a lot of these games?
100%. But we also go back to NBA 2K that
right.
started the VC system, their coin system.
Like all the 2K sports games were doing that early on.
But Fortnite was the one that did the free to play.
Right.
And then they made billions of dollars just off skins and whatever the hell else they got in there.
Yeah.
They paved the way.
Because the original, like the GTAs all the way through like 3 or like Vice City, and you couldn't really pay to win it on those, could you?
GTA?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, no,
Because those weren't even online. There was-
4 was the first, or 5 was the first one online.
Mhm.
Vice City wasn't.
No, Vice City was. Yeah.
Oh no, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think 4 was online, wasn't
Was it?
I think so. I thought there was an online. I think it sucked, but it was.
So maybe there was.
Yeah, I think.
What
but
was San Andreas? That one wasn't online,
Mm-mm.
was it?
But
No.
5 is what made them all them. They made a lot of
Yeah.
money on 5. Which is why they also have not come out with another game yet, because they don't need to.
Right.
They just keep doing these DLCs on the online side. And
Yeah, I know. We're
But those
supposed to-
aren't really as much. The DLC is more of an expansion pack, right? Or is that kind of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing?
that's not, I wouldn't consider that, it's downloadable content, but that's more of, the GTA ones are expansion packs because they're like new missions.
Gotcha.
Whereas the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing is just skins and ammo or gun blueprints and things. There's nothing else. You get to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and have an OP gun for a couple weeks.
That is freaking nuts. That's do you guys know who like Aiden Ross is?
Yeah.
The streamer. So one of his recent streams, he's been getting into crypto quite a bit.
He's the one that did Kick, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So he was talking about when GTA 6 comes out, he's going to start a server where you actually use crypto to buy certain things, and then you can make money in the game by doing stuff. So I don't know exactly how he's going to do it or whatever, but it's just incorporating crypto and gaming. I think that alone is going to be freaking huge.
It probably will be.
That's going to be very dangerous.
Yeah.
And I would never trust Aiden Ross with that.
Right.
That's the problem.
There's way
I
too
already
many-
don't trust him because he's the one
Yeah.
that does all the gambling
Yeah.
on those sites with Bitcoin.
There's too
Yeah.
much of these, but beyond just Bitcoin,
Yeah.
all these pump and dumps of these new meme coins and stuff is
Dude, oh my god.
people are losing. I mean, it's literally theft and it's fraud and it's bad.
100%. It's the wild
I
fucking.
mean, you had the
West.
Haktua deal and you had we just had the one in Brazil or Argentina or what
Argentina, yeah.
maybe it wasn't Argentina. Was it Argentina?
Argentina.
The one that was just a pump and dump. They almost had Dave Portnoy involved in it, and like
We saw the Biden administration lost like how much in Bitcoin? They don't know where it went.
Oh,
Likely
wow.
stolen.
Right.
But Bitcoin is not. It's a lot safer than these.
I
new
know,
ones.
but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
it's just
No,
nowhere to be found.
Right.
yeah.
But yeah,
No,
these meme coins are nuts.
I went on a freaking like just recently. I'm like a week done with it, but I went on like a 3-week just obsessed with it, and all day just freaking pushing on meme coins. And yeah, the amount of times I got screwed,
I was
like
gonna say probably more than you ever made anything,
yeah.
right?
Overall, I lost everything, but I mean, I don't know.
The only one I fell for was Doge.
Which
And that's not
that
even
one's
a meme.
still doing all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean,
Right.
because that was early enough on that
Yeah.
it has changed now. This pump and dump scheme is where they bring all these people in, get the value really high, and then dump everything, and then
Mhm.
immediately it's worthless. That's what's screwing
Oh,
everybody
100%.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the other ones, the Doge was what, a penny? Like you could
Yeah.
buy it at a penny.
Mhm.
right.
Like you weren't buying it at this inflated price. I don't know. It's just it's weird. I wouldn't trust it getting into the game, and I am 100% against that. Him doing that because it's going to get kids that have no idea what they're doing involved, and that's what's going to screw people over.
Right.
Maybe not. He's not doing it, but I guarantee you, there's nefarious actors that know exactly what they're doing, and so parents need to be very aware if that's what's happening. If that's what he's planning on doing, that is extremely scary to me
Right.
because the kids don't understand that concept. They don't know what that means. They don't know.
Half of them don't understand the concept of money.
Well,
Right.
that too.
Because
I feel like it's preying on children is what, if that's what he's trying to do, I think it's preying on
that's
children.
the bad thing with all the credit cards and stuff is they don't understand, like, how often do we use cash anymore?
Not very
Not
often.
often. We
Right.
luckily do because we go to wrestling tournaments or we go get our haircut and I use cash or, you know, things like that. But all the other times, it's like the other day, Christian and I went to the gas station. I didn't have any cash on me and I wanted something to drink, but I was sending him in to
Get something.
to get something because I was pumping gas. And I'm like, I just handed my son my credit card. Like,
Right.
it's wild. He'll never understand like getting change back. He just knows how to tap the.
Right.
It's just wild.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Freaking A. That's my little crypto run. I was in a community called Probably Nothing. It has like phase banks. A bunch of guys in there. Like Aiden Ross is
Like
in
a
there.
Discord.
Yep, and it's like it was just the Twitter page that they had, but yeah. So I was doing decent on crypto, like the meme coins, and I'm in this group, like everything's going good, and then that page got freaking hacked. The Twitter page did, and they dropped a freaking link or a CA, so all of us hopped on it, and then it was a rug pull. And then like 3 other accounts got hacked in this like same couple days. So all 3 of those I freaking just lost so hard.
Jeez.
And it's like, cause I don't know, like after the Trump coin, you guys seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was freaking nuts. Like I did good on that one. I got in at $11 because my brother, he's like super into it. And I think we were an hour in after he posted it. I got in at 11, then it rode up to, I think it got to 79, but I sold at 40. So like I did decent on
Made
that.
some money on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, then it's just the Wild West. The Dave Portnoy coin, or the one that he took over, that I did decent on that one, but like that's tanked now too. But yeah, it's the freaking Wild West for sure.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So nothing else
No, I
about
think-
you want to talk about?
No, I think we're all set here.
Okay, then we're gonna do our kind of ending things that we do, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
It'll still be a little bit, but
Right.
did you pay attention much to the local election around here?
Not too much, no. I probably should have, but
Oh, it's okay. What were your thoughts on kind of what, Shane being mayor, some of the legislature stuff, Dover getting back in? Did you pay attention to any of that?
I didn't pay attention to none
Okay,
of it.
okay, all right.
I don't know who our mayor is right now, I'll admit it.
Okay. How about the federal side? I'm assuming you have some opinions on that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So now that the election's over, what are you most looking forward to going into the next 4 years?
Man, I'm excited to see some accountability. I think it's awesome, and I keep hearing like, "Oh, we're back," but it's like until we see some like freaking accountability, I think we're on the right track. I think we're heading in a good direction, like we 100%. But yeah, I mean, like, show us the Epstein list. You know?
Trust me, I've been saying the same thing for like the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
podcast.
Once
for
they
sure.
said that they were gonna actually release it,
Right.
we'll see. Sounds like we're gonna get the JFK files all redacted first,
Unredacted.
or unredacted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that the administration coming in will actually be able to accomplish all that you're talking about without having any setbacks?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I voted for Trump. I think he's the best one right now. But
He was the best of the two.
yeah, but I don't know on accountability. I don't know. It's like I just want to see. I feel like we got so fucked the past 4 years. The amount of corruptness that happened in our government, and it's not just the past 4 years. You know, it's always been.
It's we're seeing that it's been happening
Yeah.
for decades, and
Right.
that's what's scary. Like we all want this to happen, and I think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get everything. I just don't think it's possible. I don't think
Right.
they'll allow it to happen.
See, that's
but
where I'm at.
It's scary, and the more we see it, I think this is the most confident I've ever been in my entire life that finally there's going to be some accountability. But
Right.
you're worried.
Whether they're held
We're a
held
bullet
accountable or
away.
not, at least it's out in the open.
Yeah, but we're a bullet away
Yeah.
from certain people, or a few
Yeah.
bullets away. I mean, that's all it really takes.
Right.
I mean, I think this is the greatest cabinet ever assembled.
Avengers.
And I mean,
Right.
part of it's scary. Part of it's scary. Part of them I don't agree with full bore, but I don't agree with everybody. I don't agree with it. There's nobody on this planet really agrees with anybody 100%. So like, we got to figure out a way to like just get the best we can possibly get. And I think it's going to hurt. I do think we have a lot of pain coming. Just paying for the last 4 years. I think financially there's a lot of pain coming down the line. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of people losing sight for what's in front of us right away. We're not going to fight through it. Like, I mean, I knew this was coming. I've said
We're going to go through some hard times before we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. I
Put
agree.
it that way. But
it
it's gonna
would
be
have
good
been
hard times.
harder
Right.
that we never would have got out of is
Right.
what I'm.
Right.
Right.
And I was saying that for the last, since we started this podcast.
But you're going to hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's really hard. This is we're not even 2 months in." So
Right.
Yeah, just a
well,
month
not
and a
even
half.
a month and a half. Yeah. So
January 20, a month and a day, a month and 6 days.
yep.
Right.
So,
Well, good. You're optimistic.
Right.
It's good.
and
Now-
accountability. I'm happy that that's what you're looking forward to
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think every American should be looking for accountability from our elected leaders.
Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. I just think it's freaking crazy that like all these politicians will go in and they'll get paid $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year, and then they'll come out fucking millionaires.
I don't know.
It's like, where is that money coming
Stock
from?
market, NGOs,
Yeah.
lots
Yeah.
of different avenues that they're getting that money from.
Right.
Lobbyists, yeah,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Gambling.
gambling basically. So now, since we don't really have other stuff, we've been playing a game called Would You Rather,
Right.
because we used to just ask a bunch of federal election questions and election stuff, but now it's all over. So, would you rather live a long life with average experiences or a short life with incredible experiences?
I would do a long life with average experiences.
Really?
I would, because
Explain.
I feel like I'm kind of thinking like business wise. It's like you're not going to be an overnight success. You're going to have a little experience here, a little experience here. So if you live a long life, you will be able to grow a massive fucking business, and it's not going to be huge win. It's just little by little by little by little. I don't know. That's what I would do.
That's
I think you're the first one to ever answer that way.
and I
Right.
like it.
Yeah,
I do like
your
your answer.
I like your answer. Yeah.
I'm gonna always be where I'm at. I'm a massive. I'm an experienced guy. I say it every time. Is like I'm take years off my life, not life off my years type of person. So that's the
Right.
way I feel like. But I've never heard it that way, and I like that. I do
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could impact the world greatly through. I mean, the longer you're here, the more you could do, and
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like you could do a lot.
I get it. That's a good way to answer it. I'll give you that. Would you rather be able to change the past or predict the future?
He didn't change your mind.
No, he didn't change my mind.
You just didn't answer, so that's
Well,
what.
I think people are tired of us answering the questions.
I haven't heard it yet. What is it?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's the same as his.
Right. Okay.
The short life with incredible experiences.
right.
So I guess
Okay.
I'll answer them for you.
Okay. So, what was it again?
Would you rather be able to change the past or predict the future?
Man, that's a hard one. I would probably predict the future, but at the same
I think
time,
that's usually what I go with too. Sometimes I forget what I normally go with. I'm
Right.
pretty sure it's predict the future.
I've kind of, I've always been that way. The last few times I've said it, but kind of going back to where you talked about, like you went through those, it brought you down a little bit, seeing your memories and stuff, but you went through those and made you who you are today. And I kind of feel the same way. Like,
right.
I don't want to change the past because I don't know where I'd be right now. I don't know
Right.
who I'd be.
100%. Part of me though, it's like if we're talking on a massive scale, it's like, man, you probably should choose the past. just because you could, change 9/11, change all these things.
Yeah, but who knows what else you'd fucking, the whole
That's
chain
true.
of events thing.
God, that's true.
Butterfly effect. Isn't
Butterfly
wasn't
effect,
that
yeah.
what it's called?
Yeah.
You just have to live past that and then go back and change the thing.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of pain.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to deal with
You'd
that.
never have a future at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to keep going back and
Just
change.
constantly going backwards.
Yeah. Would you rather lose all of your memories or lose the ability to make new memories? This one's always a good. See where you go with this one.
Oh, man. That's a tough one.
Usually is. You want us to answer first?
Yeah, let's see.
So I always go with lose the ability to make new memories because I want my memories that I have that made me the person that I am.
Right.
So
I'm the same way. Kind of along the same lines of not going in the back in the past. I want to know the future, so I'd want the same thing. Like, I'm not afraid of the future's whatever. Let that be the future. I don't want to change the past, so I don't want to lose those memories either. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
okay. Would you rather listen to one song for the rest of your life or never be allowed to listen to the same song twice?
Never be allowed to listen to the same song twice.
That's what you want?
100%, because I swear my YouTube is just the same shit. Like, that's where I listen to music, and it's just the same. I actively try to listen to new music, and
It's tough.
I this is another wild thought, but I feel like our phones keep us in an echo chamber of our own thoughts.
I would agree.
It's like you constantly see the same thing and the same thing, and it's every day you're living the same day pretty much. Just like if you're doing,
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. So yeah, I would choose never listen to the same, never.
I
listen
choose
to the
that
same
one
song.
all the time too.
Yeah.
I love music, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sitting this one out this time.
Oh, he's gonna sit this one
I-
out. He's
I
flip.
hate
He's
it.
flip flopped this
I
before.
hate this
so-
question. I despise this question. Like, they both suck because
Right.
I do love different music and I don't want to be stuck on one song. But if I hear a song I want to hear or I want to hear it more than once. I can't. This is the worst question we have by far.
It's the best question because it's supposed to make you feel this way.
I hate it. I'm not today. I don't know. I actually don't even know what I answer it every time I answer it. But today I'm probably going to go with never be able to hear the same song twice.
Okay. Good job.
I think that might be the first time I've answered it that way. I don't remember.
No.
I did that before.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's always when you hear a song that you've listened to like 20 times, then you go with the answer of, oh, same song. Same song.
Which I'm on that right now. I'm on a big X the plug. Big.
That's
X
why I'm
the plug
surprised
thing
that
right
you
now.
went the other way.
I know, but like, I'm on like a couple other songs that I really like too.
Gotcha. Would you rather have no internet or no cell phone?
No cell phone.
100%.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I almost am like, I wanted to say I'm like the worst at answer. I wanted to formally apologize. I'm the worst at answering my phone. And
You answer your phone.
I answer calls, but
Yeah,
text messages.
Text messages are the ones.
Just yesterday, I got back to a girl that she messaged me 36 weeks ago. And I just got back to her.
I mean, I don't know. I am slow on text messages, and I know it drives that crazy, but I have not gone 36 weeks. I know that for a
If I
fact.
know I need something, I just call you.
Yeah, I know.
That's so me and my girlfriend, we've been together like 4 years now, or 3 years. But I didn't get back to her. She hit me up on Facebook when we first met or whatever, and I didn't get back to her for 7 months. And then I got back to her, and the only reason I was getting back to everyone is like, man, all the opportunities I missed, I'm gonna just start back where they started. And yeah, I'm the freaking worst. I didn't have I never kept a phone until I was 21 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I would have one for a little bit. Like I don't know. I always had this thought, like, I don't want to be attached to this thing. I don't want I want to live life. I don't want to be freaking, and I don't want to feel. I feel like a lot of people feel pressure of like, oh, you got to answer this. It's like, no, live your fucking life, and your phone can wait. It's like, go back even to when I was growing up. It's like you had to ride your bike and knock on your friend's door to see if they could come play. And it's like, now you're not obligated to answer that message. If you want some time for yourself, take some time for yourself. That is, you're not obligated to answer. You know what I mean? And like, I feel bad at times, but it's like, I get so, it's not just after you let it slide for a while. It's like, it's not just getting back to this person. It's getting back to these 100 people. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take me 2 freaking hours. And it gets overwhelming. I need to get better at it, but we'll get there.
If you wouldn't be so popular,
right,
you'd be fine. Would you rather, I don't like this question. We're going to move on. Would you rather always speak your mind or never speak again?
Speak your mind.
Speak your mind?
Yeah.
Same way.
Same here.
Yeah. Would you rather have a photographic memory or the ability to forget any painful memory instantly?
Photographic, 100%. I got a freaking horrible memory.
This goes back to the whole thing of not, the pain of those memories is what made you who you are. And I wouldn't want to just be able to get rid of it.
Right.
So, would you rather not be able to speak? I don't like that one either. These are kind of like repeats. Let's go to another. We need to do 3 more. Who else had a really good? Was it Nick and Preston? I did new ones on.
Well, I don't remember. I thought those were the ones we did. Maybe not.
Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather die before or after your partner?
Before, probably.
Why?
I mean, God, that's hard. I was thinking vice versa. Probably after.
You want to die after?
Yeah, just so that they don't have to live through that.
Right. That's my thoughts too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember how you answered this one. So
I don't either. I'm a before. I'm gonna say before. In a blaze of glory, sacrificing my life for the betterment of saving somebody's life. Like, isn't that the man? That's a man's like wet dream to like sacrifice yourself, lay down your life for your brother type of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's kind of. I'm gonna use it that way. Like I'm gonna.
So you just die protecting her?
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Gotcha.
Like it's not. I'm just gonna die.
So
in
as
a
long as it
bed
happens in
the
that
middle of the
exact
night.
way,
Yes.
that's how he wants to do it.
Yes.
There we go.
I'm just gonna use it that way. Like I'm gonna protect my family.
Would you rather detect every lie you hear or get away with every lie you tell?
Careful. I wanna lean towards detect every lie, but if we're looking at a massive scale, it's like if you could manipulate the whoever.
Okay, Dr. Evil.
Jesus. Don't give you any fucking power.
Right.
I
You
get what
definitely
you're
not
saying,
putting you in government. Fuck that.
Well, I'm thinking if you could manipulate these evil and corrupt politicians,
Oh, no, you
Like-
fixed it for yourself.
That's
So
what
you're-
we're
I
doing.
see.
We're gonna
You're
use it
using
against.
it
We're
for
using
good.
evil against evil.
exactly.
With great
Oh.
power comes great responsibility.
Okay. I see what you did there. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and do the other one. I'm gonna detect when you're lying.
There we go.
I was detect every lie here too. That's where I was at.
I do like that you switched it.
That is good.
I'm gonna be evil, but it's gonna be to fight evil.
Yo.
That's funny. Would you rather drink sour milk or brush your teeth with soap?
Man. Probably soap. I'd have to go with soap.
Pretty sure that's what I went with last time too, was soap.
I don't even remember, but yeah, I'm gonna go with brush my teeth. With
I don't remember either
That's
because
miserable.
this is the whole conversation that took us down a whole nother path with those guys.
Yeah, we talked about. Yeah, that one went wild.
And the
I think
last,
I'm gonna go with soap. Yeah.
okay, the last one. Would you rather labor under a hot sun or extreme cold?
Right now, a hot sun. I'm waiting for them summer
So
days.
does it depend on the?
Yeah.
on what season we're in, you'll pick the opposite basically.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
387 days a year. I'm going to say hot sun. Like, I just fucking July 1st. I'm ready. I'm sick of winter.
Right.
I will tell you,
The next winter, I'm sick of it.
Just from those negative 20-degree days we had,
Right.
I'm gonna say hot sun.
Yeah.
My body couldn't do it anymore. I was having a hard time staying warm.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll change. You'll get in the middle of summer, and then you're going to be the opposite
I
of me.
guarantee you I won't.
Really?
The way I
You'll
felt,
remember it.
I would rather sit there because it's just sweating. I just don't like
Yeah.
sweating.
Right.
just
I don't
hate
like it either, but
I don't like sweating when I'm just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, it's
no,
miserable.
I get that's a problem because I'm fat, but I get it. You know,
I get
but I
it.
would
I-
much rather
yeah.
do that and
Than be
have to change
cold.
my clothes how many times a day than be that cold again.
it was miserable. It was
No,
cold.
I was out for 75 hard. I was out doing a 45-minute workout in that freaking cold. It was tough. But I had freaking coveralls, so. But yeah, it's freaking
Still,
cold.
how'd you breathe?
Barely.
I was gonna say, like,
Barely.
did you wear
at all.
like a mask?
Yeah, I had a face mask. But yeah, my throat was all messed up. And
I'm sure.
yeah, it was cold.
Was your nose frozen?
No.
You didn't have like icicles on your goatee there, your mustache?
I don't think so. I don't know.
That's the first thing that happens to me when I'm out there snowblowing. There's
going
fucking
on.
icicles going
My-
down my mustache.
My nose
Right.
hairs get all like
That too. I can
Frozen.
feel it. It starts to freeze up your nose.
yeah.
Right. Have you guys ever done ice baths?
Yeah.
Like cold plunges?
I can do that.
I've never done it. I don't know if I could. Like I do the sit in the sauna at the Y for a long period of time, and then go take like a cold shower, and like,
Yeah.
that's hard. That's miserable. I don't
Right.
know if I could do an ice bath. I don't know if I can.
God, yeah.
I don't think you understand how much I hate fucking cold.
Right.
I'm glad that you're coming to my side here a little bit. Like this is new.
Not
This is
that far.
completely new.
I can do an ice bath.
Well, I understand,
This
but like
guy.
I just ugh. Yeah, I fucking hate cold.
Everybody in the world's pussies. I'm a little pussy when it comes to cold.
It is. Yeah, this is true. It's a mental problem that I have, and it's my brain will not allow me to do it.
He'd be like the Bugs Bunny cartoon when he would do the bath and he'd just dip his toe and ooh hot. But instead of being hot, it's cold and he's just going, oh no, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
That's me. 100%. Have you ever done a polar plunge?
Yeah.
I've never done one. I don't know if I could. I kind of
think
want
we just
to.
established that.
Well, yeah, I know.
God, yeah. I took an old deep freeze. Got like a $75 deep freeze on Facebook Marketplace. This big old one. And yeah, I redid the whole thing, turned it into an ice bath. So you plug it into this thing called an Inkbird 308, and it'll keep it at whatever temperature you want. So once it goes above that, it'll shut it off. Once it goes below it, it'll turn it back on. And yeah, I keep it at 34 degrees, and it is freaking cold.
I bet.
You get in there, it is freaking cold. Do 3 minutes in there.
Did you do that every day?
No, I haven't been lately, but
Were you?
I was for a while.
Every morning? I've heard. I do like it. Like at the end of my shower, I'll turn the cold water on. It wakes me up.
Yeah.
I
do
have
that.
to have a shower in the morning.
Yeah, the freaking benefits from it are just insane. There's a guy like Gary Breckham. You guys know who that?
Yep.
So he's talked about like comparing ice baths or cold exposure to cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it increases your dopamine. It just helps you so much. And yeah, I can definitely feel it just makes you feel so good. Especially like I got a sauna, so I got a little sauna and then the ice bath, and I'll go from the sauna to the ice bath. You have to wait a little bit so you're not just freaking killing yourself. But but yeah, man, I
Then
don't
you go
know.
back into the sauna.
No. Yeah, they say you always want to end on cold,
Yeah.
but yeah, with those cold days, it was just like freezing over because I don't have my garage heated at all. So it got to 31 degrees, so the top of it was like completely froze. And I had my buddies every Saturday we'll work out, and yeah, that was fucking cold.
I bet.
Like going from 34.
You like broke the ice, but you left it in there a little bit, so you had like little ice shards in there.
Yeah, I mean, just filled the corners are all still stuck on, so you're just in there. But going from 34 to 31, it doesn't seem that crazy, but it was fucking.
I bet.
It was bad. We're all searching, like, should we be doing this? And everything said no. So
Yeah.
you should
Who's
not
the-
get
You probably
in
don't
that
want to
one.
go anything under 32, do you?
I don't
Well,
think
there's
so.
some guy that,
Speaking
not Gary Brecka, but there's another guy. This is gonna drive me crazy. but,
Wim
like,
Hoffman.
Wim Hoffman
Yeah.
or Wim Hof.
Yeah.
Wim Hof. Yeah, he's like does that like way extreme.
Yeah.
Like
way
he'll
cold.
like way cold and
Yeah.
for a long period of
That's
time.
wild.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gary, though, we're going to be doing that genetic testing.
Oh, seriously?
Mhm.
That is freaking. What is it? The 10X Health?
Well, so yeah, but
It's like Jose's-
Dr. Jose Nuno does it at his office.
He does what?
He does the genetic testing at his office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Here in
we're
Norfolk.
Here in Norfolk.
At the Nebraska Health and Wellness.
So if you want to get it done,
Oh, wow.
hit him up.
Yeah, I definitely. So, do they test? Or I guess I haven't looked into it too much, but what I thought is they test. I don't know. You send a sample,
You can do that, yeah.
and then that's when they'll give you like the 10X Health
Mhm.
thing. Okay.
Yep. But this isn't 10X. Same thing, just at the
No.
doctor's office.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just your biological age and your actual age and compare them and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm sure
definitely want to do that. So.
definitely. Just let us know. We'll get you. It's Nebraska Health and Wellness. They're on.
Okay.
Tell them we sent you.
Tell them we sent you.
All right, there we go.
Let's say the Agent Life Media boys sent me.
Yeah. That's all I got, Bryce.
Heck yeah.
What'd you think?
I think it was awesome. I wanted to say thank you guys too for bringing me back out here.
Yeah.
I love that you guys do this. I really
We
do.
love talking with you.
Heck
You're
yeah.
always a good. I mean, we've been doing it for almost 2 hours now, and it doesn't even feel like it.
Right.
Yeah.
God, that's wild. Yeah, it did not feel like 2
I mean,
hours.
you've been inspirational, definitely to a lot of listeners. So
I will tell you,
got a
almost
good story.
every single person that when we ask, "Hey, what's your favorite episode?" yours always gets mentioned.
Oh wow,
Almost every time.
that's great. I hated that episode. Just because I was so, I don't know. I just wasn't there.
It was good content.
Yeah.
So even though it's just audio, people loved it.
Right.
So
Yeah, that is freaking awesome. Well, yeah, I love that you guys do this. I think it's freaking awesome.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
And yeah, the studio, this is freaking awesome.
We need to get some stuff on the walls. I've been saying that for
We just
Almost
gotta
a year.
stop saying it. Let's
That's-
just not bring that up anymore. Like we're just gonna.
That's what I told my girlfriend. I was like, God, I should get him a gift. I was thinking about getting a plain deck and engraving something on it. But
no, you still could.
yeah, we still
It'd go right up. Yeah, we could put it right up there.
right. It'd look
Perfect
good.
fit. We've been wondering what we're gonna put on that little wall.
Right.
Well, again, tell people where they can find you. First of all,
All the social medias are Wisper_SB. Otherwise,
WISPER.
Yep. And then _SB for skateboarding. And then otherwise just coming to the shop. I'm there 6 days a week. If
Where's the
not
shop?
7. In the mall right next to the Buckle in Norfolk, Nebraska.
There you go.
I did see some. I do want to ask this real quick. I thought I saw something. Was it on Facebook or something? Did you give a bunch of decks away at Christmas time to just random people in the mall?
Yeah, yep.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I thought I saw something about that on
That's
Facebook.
wild.
I just didn't know if that's what you did. That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome if you did that.
Yeah, it was fun. So, gosh, we had this one lady come in.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
You're
interrupt
good.
you, but like I
You're
forgot
good.
about this and I was like, well, I wanted to ask it.
Right. Yeah, I think we gave like 5 or 6 away, but we had a bunch of completes, and I don't know. It was freaking awesome. It was cool though. So this one lady came in and she's like, "Hey, I want to buy a deck and have you guys give it out." So like, okay, cool. And then I think she bought 2 decks actually. But while we were about to go give it away, because we had somebody there dressed up in a Grinch costume, and yeah, so we were getting everything set up, and there were some kids in there at the time, and this little kid, he had to have been, I don't know, maybe 12, 13, and he heard us like getting ready to go do this, and he was telling his brother, he's like, "Oh, I want one so bad, like we got to get out there," because we were gonna do it in the hallway. And I don't know, he was a freaking cute little kid, and yeah, so instead of going out to the hallway, we just did the first one right there, and yeah, he was so excited. I don't know. I love doing stuff like that. I think it's freaking. I feel like that's where the most enjoyment comes. Is like just
Giving back.
yeah,
I would agree.
yeah. I think that's where it all is.
It's awesome.
Didn't mean to interrupt that.
No,
I
you
think
didn't.
that's cool. I just wanted to.
I didn't
hear that.
even start it. You got me before I even started
That's
it.
awesome.
That is
Heck yeah.
awesome though.
Heck yeah.
Giving back is fun. Makes you feel good.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, big thanks to my co-host Vance Neidig. Without him, the show would not be what it is. Huge thanks to Bryce. We really appreciate you making time for us today.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks for coming on.
Go check him out at the mall and keep on the lookout for more great episodes. See you next week.